What's good, everyone? This your main correspondent, Alan Taylor, and I'm back in the broadcast room. And this is where we at. So you clearly see the title of the broadcast. And I finally had time to get to this. And this situation with Billie Eilish and what happened at the Grammys and stuff like that is totally preposterous. Listen, look, people, when we pay these entertainers to entertain us, that's what they need to do. They've been at the Grammys and stuff, and I watched other footage of other artists and things like that. They're at the Grammys talking out the side of their necks, worried about things that they have no need to worry about because they're living the high life. They're out there in California, wherever they live, in gated communities and all this types of stuff. ICE is nowhere near these people. But yet and still, they want to worry about what's going on in the treacherous neighborhoods that average people are living in, talking out the side of their necks while they're eating crumpets and shit. Man, listen, look, it's a lot of quarters, nickels, and dimes that need to go in on this. And yes, Billie Eilish also sparked a lot of situations here. And I'm going to show you what Senator Ted Cruz, had to say about this situation as well. So we're going to dive off into this. Quarters, nickels, and dimes.
No one is illegal on stolen land. And yeah, it's just really hard to know what to say and what to do right now. And I feel really hopeful in this room, and I feel like we just need to keep fighting and speaking up and protesting, and our voices really do matter, and the people matter. And I say sorry.
Right.
Thank you.
So this is where we at here. She, of course, said, the F-bomb to ICE and things like that. As a person that's living somewhere where, nobody, no average person could even talk to her, could even probably walk up to her house. This is ridiculous right here. So we're going to keep going because there's always more. And this is a wild situation here.
No one is illegal on stolen land.
Wrong. America is not stolen land. Like most other nations for thousands of years, America was born through conquest and diplomacy.
Right.
It's time for a history lesson. Before, during, and after the Europeans arrived in the Americas, the natives were not living in some idealistic, peaceful state at one with nature, which was rudely interrupted by the Europeans and Americans. They frequently fought, raided, and seized each other's territories. Take the land of the Black Hills in South Dakota, for example. It changed hands many times between different tribes as a result of war and migration. It was annexed by the United States from the Sioux in the late 19th century. But the Sioux had previously conquered it from the Crow. But the Crow hadn't been there since time immemorial. The Kiowa and the Cheyenne had also been present on that land. And that's before we look at perhaps the most well-known native warriors, the Comanche. These warriors mastered the use of the horse and dominated a vast area in the Great Plains. They attacked and seized the lands of other tribes like the Apache or the Wichita. Their methods were brutal. They slaughtered their enemies' men and took their women and children captive, and were not unknown to use torture. So sorry, Billie, America is not stolen land. It merely did better what all those tribes could and would have done if they'd had the chance to do it themselves.
And this is the facts right here. Just like, situations of people being taken from other countries and things like that and brought over here. We know what we're talking about here, doing slavery times. Listen, look, people, for her to be talking out the side of her neck and the others that were at the Grammys to talk out of the side of their neck about, what's going on in today's time. Times have changed. Things are different. All land across the world has been conquered and rearranged. And see, this is the importance of history class. And I know they're trying to water down history class and stuff like that. Thank God they actually still was teaching history class properly when I was in school. I had a history teacher named Mr. Willis. He made history fun. That's the reason why I love history to this day. And y'all can't tell me anything different. This is facts right here. They were over here warring and killing each other and stuff like that, just like every other culture across the planet was taking over each other's land. This is ridiculous here. Let's keep going.
No one is illegal on stolen land.
They're all clapping, but I don't think a single person in that room could explain what that phrase even means. Like, if
Right.
you actually think the land is stolen, why are you still here trespassing? Why would you want millions more people to come and live on the stolen land? I mean, if you think no one's illegal, why stop at immigration? Why not advocate for the abolition of all laws and all private land ownership? I mean, taking this position seriously would mean Billie Eilish would have to give up her gated multi-million-dollar mansion and live in the crime-filled anarchist dystopia with the rest of us plebeians. None of
No, that ain't what that means. At the end of the day, though, if this is so-called stolen land, that means everybody would need to be sent back to their origins of country. That's what that means. So we're going to send everybody back to their origins of country: the Italians, the Jews, the Muslims, the Black Americans. Like, you know, that's going to be kind of hard to send Black Americans out. Trust me. People have tried to work on that throughout the since slavery ended. It's not going to go. So they've accepted that now. That's the reason why we're allies. But that's a whole nother topic. Listen, look, all this stolen land shit is ridiculous, bruh. When you're living over here too, talking out the side of your neck about the place you live in, and you make millions of dollars here because we pay you to entertain us. This is crazy out here.
the people advocating for open borders actually want to live in a country without laws. I mean, leftists love laws. They are constantly advocating for more government overreach into our lives. This woke argument, as per usual, comes from two distinct groups of people. First, there are people who are completely uninformed about history and believe that America is the first and only country to be created through force. They ignore that tribes fought over land for centuries before America was even created. And you know those Islamic dictatorships they love to defend? Yeah, those were built on colonialism too. They just ended in theocracy. Second group is made of people who know that America needs borders to keep out people who want to cause harm. But they don't care that America would turn into a dangerous hellscape without borders because they don't think it would impact them. They don't care if life becomes more dangerous for everyone else because they live in gated communities where they think that they'll be shielded from the negative impact. But if
Right. And that's where it's at. That's where it's at.
there's one thing these two groups have in common, whether the people are ignorant or malicious. They believe America is morally inferior to basically every country in the world. They believe that either everyone coming into America is morally superior than the people who live here, or they believe that America deserves to be destroyed. And neither of these positions are true. America was the first country in the world built on the explicit intention of preserving rights. And while we've never been perfect at that, we've always moved in that direction. And the reality is the country that wants to create a safe society where people are free to live their lives is a country that has laws and borders. Because while we need to recognize that there are a lot of wonderful people that want to come into the country and should be let in, there are also bad people who want to hurt us, and those people shouldn't be let in, and this shouldn't be controversial to say. Advocating for open borders isn't misguided empathy or misplaced good intentions like I've seen so many people saying. Pushing the idea is reckless and dangerous and destructive to what America is. So we need to call out people like Billie Eilish who are using their massive platforms to push statements like this because it's ridiculous.
And there we at. You know, it's ridiculous. It's highly disrespectful that she's living over here. And like I'm going to keep saying throughout this broadcast here, we've paid this young lady to entertain us. And I'm going to speak on this here because this is becoming a huge issue with all these entertainers talking out the side of their necks, trying to give their little, you know, trying to put their little nickel in on something. And it's ridiculous here, dude. We pay you to entertain us. How about y'all get Hollywood back together out there and start back making some good movies and putting out decent songs again? Where's the soul music at? Listen, look, how about y'all do y'all job instead of worrying about what's going on here with boots on the ground? This is ridiculous right here. Let's keep going because this is crazy out here. Billie Eilish has talked out the side of her neck. So now lawyers are getting involved. And obviously they want to, you know, get her to give that land back to the native tribes that it did belong to at one point. So let's go here now.
Law firm wants to help Billie Eilish give her stolen land back to the Tonga tribe.
This is from the Sinai law firm. They said for immediate release, Sinai law firm is offering to evict Billie Eilish from her Los Angeles home on a pro bono basis on behalf of the Tonga tribe. Sinai law firm is the premier eviction firm in the county. Eilish's admission that she lives on stolen land gives the tribe a rightful action for possession as the true owner of the property.
Wow. So Billie Eilish did open up her mouth, talked out the side of her neck. Now in legal, okay. So apparently this is a lawyer that only deals in evictions and things like that. So obviously basically from what she's trying to say here is that now that Billie Eilish said that she's actually living on stolen land, which at one point, centuries ago, there was a tribe that owned that land. So now they want to repossess the land since she's living on stolen land. Man.
The 30-day notice is already written and ready to be served.
Wow.
Okay, Billie. The tribe has spoken out and they're ready to take that land back. And there's even a law firm willing to help with the legal transition of ownership for free. So what's stopping you? It's almost like you don't believe the words that you say and you're just repeating what you're told. And it just shows how ridiculous the stolen land argument is. Because if you agree that the person who sold the land to you owned it, then you know that it wasn't stolen. If you agree that the person who sold it to you owned it legally, then you know that there are laws in the US that make that land theirs to allow the sale of it. And if you agree that there are laws that allow people to buy and sell their land, whether it be to you as a celebrity or us poor peasants, you have to agree that other laws that separate the US from other countries matter, like borders. Somebody who owns property in Mexico could not sell that property from the laws that govern the United States or vice versa. So you either agree that all land is up for grabs, including yours because it was stolen, and therefore all sales and purchases are null and void, or you agree that it is owned by a country, and that's why you have the right to purchase it. So now a law.
Man, hey, making a lot of sense here. So we're gonna go here now and see what's going on. Hey, shout out to Billie Eilish. You need to give up the land then. If it's stolen, the original tribe has, obviously the council, the lawyers that want to represent this tribe is working pro bono. So they're working for free, basically. They just, you talked out the side of your neck on the Grammys. You did this to yourself. If this is a real situation here, and she's about to get these lawyers on her ass because she's admitted that she's living on stolen land and they can legally work that shit. Oh man, stop it, Billie. You need to keep your mouth closed. Just make music, baby. Just make music and enjoy your profits that we pay you to make this music for. Jesus Christ. Oh, wait, hold on here.
Billie Eilish. So I heard that you believe that no human is illegal on stolen land. Well, I have news for you. I am part Native American.
Okay.
And the part of me that is Native American is entitled to your stolen land upon which you purchased your home. It is important that every rich, wealthy, white, liberal person in America opens up their doors and allows us safe passage into their homes. After all, your land upon which you lay your head at night and upon which you wake up and have your morning coffee, your morning almond milk soy latte, returns to us. So Billie Eilish, my DMs are open. I am ready to move into your property along with my Native American brothers and sisters all across the country. And Billie Eilish, our white liberal savior, we want to thank you for being a shining example, a North Star for other wealthy white liberals to aspire to. Thank you for your attention to this matter.
Man, oh, he going hard in. He going hard in. Say with your mocha lattes and your Starbucks. Oh, Jesus.
On Billie Eilish. Check out this clip.
Today, I heard a girl in my class talking to a classmate saying, well, they should just give us our land back in reference to deportation. I look over, this girl is white and blonde. The whole nobody is illegal on stolen land argument is bullshit. First of all, not one single place, not one single city, country, anything on this earth is owned by its original owners. Right. Second of all, the part of Mexico that is now the US was bought. Third of all, the Native American land that was stolen was conquered, which is kind of just how the world worked at the time. And by the way, Native American tribes conquered land from each other. So I don't see you talking to other Native Americans saying, oh, you should give your land back to that tribe.
Right. As we all saw in the previous video that I showed you on this broadcast, when the man ran down the history lesson. It just is what it is here, people. And her talking out the side of her neck is crazy and is highly disrespectful. Man, she just need to make songs. That's it. We're going to keep going here just a few more minutes. Then we're going to get to Ted Cruz.
Because you don't care. If no one is illegal on stolen land, just go to North Korea, see how that theory holds up. Go there with no papers. You'll probably be stuck there forever if you're not killed. No one is illegal on stolen land, but I'm gonna call the cops when you're on my lawn. Additionally, every single nation on this earth, there is not a single one that does not practice deportation. And the only country with people that are whining and complaining about it for whatever reason is the US.
Man, listen, look, she set that whole shit on fire right there. And this is the truth here. This is the truth. This is the only place that's complaining about borders and, what's going on and stuff like that. And the sad part about this is these idiots don't even understand. You can't go to other countries and do what's happening over here. The previous administration of the year, they let people storm the border. They sued Texas to allow illegals to come through the border. They sued the governor of Texas to allow people to just storm the border. Man, stop this shit, bro. And now we want to sit here with these prestigious singers and actresses and all this type of stuff want to talk out the side of their neck to us when we pay them. We pay them to entertain us. And this is ridiculous here that these people have the time and the opportunity to sit there and talk out the side of their neck to us while living in these gated communities, eating their frapper mocha choppers, super doppers, whatever the fuck they're eating. And you know what I'm saying? Talk about ice this and ice that. Dude, listen, look, man. These people just need to shut the fuck up and entertain us. That's what we pay them for. We don't pay them for nothing else. Nothing else. Not their opinions, not they be worried about what normal people are doing stuff. We don't pay them for that. Y'all need to get Hollywood back together. Start making some good movies. That's what y'all need to be focused on. So let's go here now and see what Ted Cruz had to say about this hot mess that's going on. Because he's pissed. Quarters, nickels, and dimes.
I have no idea the history of this land, of where we're sitting today.
Nor do I, Senator.
So that speaks volumes that neither of you are willing to say, hell no, we're not on stolen land. And I will say at the Grammys, when you see an entertainer say, nobody is illegal while we're on stolen land, and then you see entertainers leap to their feet clapping so excitedly at the notion that America is fundamentally illegitimate, it starts to convey that the entertainment world is deeply corrupt. And I will point out that same singer who says no one is illegal on stolen land promptly went back to her $14 million mansion, and somehow that stolen land she wasn't concerned about, just the United States of America. Look, Netflix has long been a left-wing company. Your founder, Reed Hastings, is one of the biggest Democrat donors in the country, including giving millions recently to the massive gerrymander in California, making it one of the most gerrymandered states in the union, because your founder desperately wants a Democrat House of Representatives. Susan Rice from the Obama White House is on your board of directors. You guys gave $50 million to the Obamas, as far as I can tell, to produce no discernible content whatsoever. How would you tell a Texan sitting at home to feel comfortable? CNN is already a dumpster fire. There's nothing resembling objectivity. There's nothing resembling journalism anymore. How are people at home, how should they feel even remotely confident that if this merger happens, the combined entity would not simply be a propaganda outlet pushing one particular political view with much greater market power than you have now?
Well, sir, we would fail. We would fail pushing a political view or propaganda. We deliver entertainment to consumers. Our consumers see our business pretty much the way they see America. About 40% conservative, about 40% liberal, about 20% don't know. And but when they turn on TV, they're tuned in to be entertained. And if we fail to entertain them by trying to promote propaganda or something, anything other than entertainment, we fail.
Mr. Campbell, same question to you.
We see the world very
Okay, I can barely hear him.
We have a very broad range of content across not only HBO Max, but all of our platforms that we need to appeal to all audiences. Our content ranges from Hard Knocks from the NFL to shows like Deadliest Catch and Gold Rush. It's a very broad collection of programming that represents broad interests across America.
You have a wide range of programming on HBO. Name one program that is designed to appeal to conservatives.
We don't design our programming to appeal to
I can think of a lot that are designed to go to liberals. Name one.
None of our shows are designed to go to any political group. They're designed to appeal to.
Really, John Oliver's not designed to appeal to a certain group?
It's a program for which there's.
You just said none of your program is it. Look, let me ask you, do you think CNN is fair and balanced?
I do believe CNN is a fair.
So when CNN showed riots and fires behind them, and you put a chyron, mostly peaceful but fiery protest, was that journalism?
Sir, I'm not involved with CNN, and in fact, they're not part of this transaction, but they have an independent editorial board. They have independent news gathering. We don't direct.
They're only, and they have no independence other than hating Donald Trump, which is why their viewership numbers have plummeted, because they don't actually report news. They instead engage in very biased propaganda. And I will say the truest words you said a minute ago is when you said, with respect to Mr. Sarandos, well, he and I see the world in very much the same way. That is exactly the problem, that in the world of journalism, it should not be propaganda. In the world of entertainment, there is a reason why entertainers who are even slightly right of center get blackballed in Hollywood, writers get blackballed in Hollywood, actors get blackballed in Hollywood. And I've heard nothing today to give me any confidence that this merger would do anything other than make that problem much, much worse.
So, yeah, you hear what Senator Ted Cruz had to say about the situation, man. It is what it is, though. And the whole nine about what's going on in Hollywood, stuff like that. Like I said, man, they need to get Hollywood back together. Start making good movies again. That's what we pay you people for. You know, and what he said also, too, about Hollywood doing strategical things to appeal to a certain audience. This is true. We're not stupid out here. We see what's going on in these new age movies and the propaganda and stuff like that. If you actually understand what the hell going on the planet, what I mean, you know, definitely over here in America with our entertainment, music, all types of stuff, we see it. Ted Cruz ain't stupid, and he ain't wrong. But back to the point at hand with the Billie Eilish situation, man. You know, yeah, you know, she talking about sitting on stolen land. And you got a whole home over here. Ain't no telling how many other homes you got around the world. And at the end of the day, though, you know what I'm saying? Those places have been conquered and stuff like that throughout the centuries by other places and stuff like that. So, yeah, this all technically stolen land all across the world. What are we doing here? This is ridiculous. Man, these people with these type of positions, these entertainers, they just need to entertain. And I'm going to keep saying it. And that's all they need to do. That's all they need to do. Nothing else. Don't do nothing else. Don't talk to me about daily struggles. Don't talk to me about nothing else. We pay you to entertain. That's it. That's all. That's all. And it's highly disturbing to see these people get up on the Grammys and get awarded for bullshit. Definitely in today's time, I'm amazed at all this crap that's going on out here in this world and over here in America. This is ridiculous that we award these people to talk shit about, you know what I'm saying, getting these illegals up out of here. Y'all don't remember the girl that got stabbed up there in Indiana by that crazy illegal with the patches in his hair. Y'all don't remember that news report? Y'all don't remember when Denver got took over by Trinidad Lager and they was kicking hard worker people out of apartment buildings from guns they stole from a damn pawn shop? Man, stop it. Y'all don't remember none of this, right? But y'all let these so-called stars or whatever get on stage and accept golden awards and things like that for whatever it is that we want to feel like we need to give them an award for, and talk out the side of their neck to us while they run back to they houses like scared mice behind gates. The fuck out of here. It is what it is, though. Shout out to all my subscribers. Mad love to y'all. If you're new to the channel, please hit that like, share, subscribe button. Make sure you ring that bell to be notified whenever I decide to post things. And like I always say,
and that, my friends, is the bottom line.
That, my friends, is the bottom line. Just entertain us. That's what we pay you to do.